Good evening, everyone. I will be starting in just a minute. I'm waiting to see if anyone joins me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. You should see on the screen now the week 2 to-do list. This week we have several modules that we're doing. Modules 3, 4, 5, and 6. Modules 3, 5, and 6 are all modules that are content related, meaning you will have readings that you will have to read through. Some supportive materials such as videos that may or may not be available. They seem to be hit or miss here, just because they're getting dated. And then you have quizzes associated with each one of those modules. So we're talking here Module 3, Computing Platforms and System Software. Module 5, Cloud Technologies, Google and Drive. I'm actually going to wait to introduce the Collab project next week. And Module 6, Internet and Networks. Each one of those has an associated quiz. So Quiz 2, Quiz 3, and Quiz 4. So just to show you, you can click on Module 3, and you will see that learning objectives for this module, the associated readings, the quiz, which is the graded piece for this week, videos, which I understand are becoming a little outdated and Cengage is sometimes turning some of these off. But generally there are some related videos to the content. SAM trainings, which you're familiar with SAM trainings from last week. These are just learning SAM trainings, not a graded assignment. And then Emerge Labs, also just a little bit of information, but not a graded assignment. So this particular module is talking about computing platforms and system software. So we're talking about things like Windows-based systems versus Mac-based systems, Linux-based systems, what that role is all about, and the differences in between. So just to give you an idea of what you're going to see in MindTap this week, some of it's similar, some of it's different to what you saw last week. The readings are the same. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. So the MindTap window opens in a separate window. For some reason it's a little slower today. And then it gives you the 2 categories of readings here, one with computing platforms, the others being system software. So as you open up the reading, we'll then take you into your e-text. Mine's a little slow because we're in Collaborate, so it just takes a little bit longer. Should be opening here momentarily. And as you saw in last week's reading, this particular one, you have 4 pages of readings. And this is just what your quizzes come from. So make sure you read through here, Open up anything that's like with a plus. That's going to be a table that's bigger than what you're seeing here. And just as a reminder, the self-quizzes are just to see how you're absorbing the material, not a graded assignment. Some pages more than in this particular module than the ones that you saw last week, you'll have more resources for on the web. And not that there's an assignment there, but it just gives you a little bit more current information on what's going on with Apple, some of the things that are being reviewed, like tablets and smartphones and things like that. So just for informational purposes, there at the bottom of this particular page. You won't have it on every sheet of your e-text, but on several of them in here they do, because there's additional information that you can just check out. Just on mobile, and you can see there's a couple little links there as well. So you have several readings, one for each of the modules, 3, 5, and 6. And again, that's what's going to be your quizzes 2, 3, and 4. Okay? In addition to the readings, as far as what's going to show up in the 9 tab with the videos, I clicked on videos, and now I'm going to go back over to the Mind tab window, and it should be loading the videos. You'll see that the videos are loading here. And now I just wanted to point out to you why some of these either aren't working or are, well, really you'll notice some of them are kind of outdated. And that's really why they're not looking. Like we have a Windows 8 demo. We're at Windows 10 now. So this is just the Windows 8 file management. This particular course, Windows 8 was the current operating system. The new version of this material we're starting to use in the fall. That's when the Windows 10 stuff will be in there. So you'll notice some of these videos are a little dated. It's just because the book is 2 years old. So they are there, and that's how you access them. Some of them are, like I said, more current than others, but there's nothing assigned there. It's just some stuff to kind of show you some more things that are going on in this particular area, which is computing platforms. Now the some trainings are kind of unique here. Again, it's not a graded assignment. So let's just say you're talking about your managing your computer's window. So if I click on that, again, in the other window, the Mind tab window, that training will open up. And as opposed to the trainings that you saw with the Office product, when it's a content area, I think I might show you one of these last week. It's more like a little video where you watch and listen. And then the apply step is usually like a little matching exercise or something like that. So this is something that you watch, and they're talking, and you can continue on. It'll take you to next item, the observe mode. Load that up. If you bring down the topics window, you can see all the different things that are reviewed here. Switching around in windows, resizing, rearranging, manipulating around. So it's just a little short. These are very short, just a few minutes. A little bit of training about how to use Windows. Again, it's not a graded assignment. It's more of a learning tool. There is an apply step. And again, as I mentioned, usually these are like click and drag, some sort of matching. We're going to take the image, if you mouse over it, it gets a little bigger, and you just click and drag to what you think this is. So this looks like a toolbar to me, so I'm going to click and drag and put that on the toolbar spot, and it tells me I got it right. And you would do that with each one of these, right, if you wanted to see if you were comprehending the material. So just to give you an idea of what those trainings are like, and I'm going to exit that without completing it. It'll tell me all about the fact that I didn't complete it. But there are several of those over here in Blackboard. One about platforms, one about system software. So it's just a kind of another way to get the same kind of material, getting in the readings, a little more interactive, some videos, things that you can watch there. In addition to that, in your Module 3. The other thing we have down here is the Merge Lab, and this is just going to teach you how to do file management in Windows and in the Mac OS. It's very similar to the SAM training that you saw here, except that there's nothing that you do for score. You're just kind of watching. So it's a learning tool, not a graded assignment. Then we go back to learning modules, and just to skip over Module 4 for a second, and look at Modules 5 and 6. Module 5 and 6 are similar in that you have readings, you have some trainings, it's more informative information, and then you have the quiz. And the quiz is the thing that you need to do for homework. The same stuff in Module 6 about Internet and networks, readings, some videos, some SAM trainings that are informational, and a quiz. So those 3 modules are very similar, all resulting in completing the quiz. And we have 2 tries of the quiz. The one that's unique this week is Module 4, talking about presentation software. And we are going to use PowerPoint this week. In the future, you will be using Google Apps Slides. For this particular week, we're going to be using PowerPoint. There are PowerPoint trainings here that you will do in MindTap. There are 5 of them. They are scored, and they do count towards your score. Remember, and they vary as far as how many tasks in each one. I think an overview of PowerPoint just is 1 or 2 tasks. But let me go to working with slides and text training. And it's going to open in my other window, so I'm going to click over to MindTap window. And just to remind you that when you're doing the trainings, how you get your score is by completing the apply step. Okay, so this particular assignment has 20 tasks. Just a reminder, the task list you can look at over here, all the different tasks and what you're going to be doing. You have an intro, which is like reading the book, observe, which is a video, practice, which is allowing you to practice a step, and apply, which you actually do something. The apply step is where you get scored. So if I click on apply here, it says to add text to a placeholder, click the text placeholder at the top of the slide, and then type in Southwest job link and the placeholder. So up here where it says click to add title, I'm going to click. Well, it tells me that's wrong. So I'm going to click again. Add text to the placeholder. Where does it want me to click? See, happens to me too. So if I can't figure out exactly where it wants me to click, I go back and I look at what they asked me to do. Clicking on the placeholder and then typing the text. Well, we did that because I'm pretty sure they want me to do this in the title area. But let's click on the observe. And it says just click it at the top of the slide. So let me see if I click at the top. It doesn't like me. Alright, I don't know why that one is not working. There's really nowhere else for me to click. I've clicked all around here. I will let Cengage know that, at least for me, that one's not working. Let me click on task 2. And if you guys find that you have a task that isn't working, clicking on the apply step, and it's not working, it's giving you an error message when you're doing what it's asking you to do, you've looked at the observe, you've looked at what it's asking, then you can contact Cengage Tech Support through the link in Blackboard and let them know which step. And please also let me know. If you contact them, they do send me an email to let me know that you have contacted them and what the issue is, but it's also good to hear from you so I kind of know what's going on. That said, let me try the apply step in here. So here it says in the content placeholder containing the text, click to add text. Click on the right of the bullet symbol. Alright, this time it worked. I'm going to type in lifeguard. It says press enter. Type in tour guides. And when you are typing text, they do want you to do it exactly the way they have written it. So punctuation, capitalization, spacing, all matters. Tour guides, press enter. And then this should tell me that I'm done. Just got to wait a second. And you have to press task complete for that check to register in your task list. Even if you finished it, you got to wait that extra 5-10 seconds for it to come up and say task complete, and you click task complete. The way you can check if that worked is by looking at your task list and looking for the check mark. And you got to have every step has to have a check next to it for it to record the score for the training. Otherwise, it's going to just say it's in progress. It will say that to you. It'll say that to me. We'll have a blue circle in the progress grades in line tab. So make sure you complete all the apply steps. You don't have to complete the intro, observe, and practice, just the apply to get the score if you don't need to do the other steps because you already know how to do a task. All right, so make sure you get done all those 5 PowerPoint trainings. All right, anybody have a question there? All right, good. All right, I'm going to exit without finishing. Of course, you guys want to make sure you finish it and then click submit when you're finished. Okay, back to the module for PowerPoint. The last little thing I want to show you is the assignment. The assignment is a fun assignment. I get to know a little bit about you guys, and you get to show me your expertise in PowerPoint once you've done the SAM trainings. You know you're feeling pretty comfortable. When you come into the assignment, you're going to see the PDF here. This is your instructions. So when you open that up, it'll open up in a separate window. Let me make sure you guys are seeing that. Sharing. Okay, there, it looks like it's sharing now. Okay, so this presentation that you're going to do in PowerPoint, and it must be in PowerPoint 2013, no other or newer, no other pieces of software. Then you're going to create a presentation about yourself. There are 15 questions here you can choose from. You choose 6. And you create a PowerPoint presentation responding to these questions. You've got to meet this minimum requirements here of 7 slides that have a theme, slide numbers in the footer. At least one slide has to have a blue bulleted list. A second slide has to have an animated bulleted list. You need to include an image at least on one slide, an animated image on yet a different slide, and all slides need to have transitions. The same transition for all slides. The one other thing that you have to do is you have to narrate. That's right here. You have to narrate your voice. Because you're not in the classroom and you don't have the opportunity to present this in the class, you're going to record your voice and add it. So one thing about PowerPoint is when you create a presentation, you don't want a lot of text on your page. If you have ever listened to a professor or been to a conference or something where someone's talking to a PowerPoint presentation, if they've done it well, it has very little text on the page, just a guide at what this person is saying, and most of what they're saying is coming from their voice. So you're going to do that as well. So how do you know how to do this? Well, in Blackboard, have a link. Sorry, my son's in the background making noise. Actually, I think the link is in our module. There it is. Okay, so in the week to do, I gave you a link right here to a website called GCF Learn Free. It's a great website. It has a lot of good information about Microsoft Office. I'm going to highlight that link. Not sure why it's not a live link, but I'm going to highlight it and do Control-C to copy it. And then just open up a new window and do Control-V to paste it. And it'll take you to gcflearnfree.org directly to the spot where it talks about inserting audio into your presentation. There's several pages down here, so you want to record your own audio, and it talks to you about doing that and recording your own sound. And you're going to speak as long as you have a microphone, and most laptops do. You can stick your earphones in. This will step you through how to record it and how to add it. It's real simple to add in PowerPoint. So you want to add voice that you would be saying if you were in the classroom giving this presentation. You want to record it and add it to your presentation. All right. So just to orient you to GCF Learn Free, specifically with PowerPoint, there is a lot of detail, information in here that's sort of like a book on different tasks that you do in all kinds of Office applications. So if you're seeing here on this website, there's all kinds of questions you may have. How do I apply transitions? I don't remember. Well, here's a little link to applying transitions, a little topic there. And you can look right here, and it'll tell you step by step with pictures how to apply transitions. Because when you're doing it in the CM trainings, you might forget exactly where to press to do things, and GCF Learn Free is a great way to remind yourself. It's sort of like an online book on how to use Microsoft Office products. If I click on all topics up here on this breadcrumb list, I just want you to see that there's more to it than PowerPoint. There's lots of things in here. We are specifically looking at Microsoft Office 2013, but you can see that there's a lot more in here than just that. So right now you're working in PowerPoint, you will be working in Excel, you will be working on Access, you already worked in Word. So all these resources are here, all very similar in nature and very good, very detailed and very helpful. Where you have lots of topics specific to Microsoft Office or PowerPoint or whatever it is that you're looking at. All right, very helpful. Specifically for this, inserting audio is what I linked you to, because that's what you need to add. Otherwise, learn that in the SAM trainings. So when you are done with your PowerPoint presentation, then you are ready to submit it. You attach the actual presentation to the assignment. So you would open up assignment 4. You could open it up through assignments and projects. You can open it up through the module. Either way, it gets you to the same spot. And then you're just going to browse your computer to wherever it is that you have it saved. Maybe it's in your documents, maybe it's on a flash drive, wherever you may have put it. You know, we can pretend that this is it here. It's not, but you know, that was it. Whatever the document is, it wouldn't be a doc, it would be a PPT. You're going to attach it. You don't have to say anything here, but you do need to click Submit. Right? So you're going to attach the document. This will be your PowerPoint presentation, and you submit it. And then I will look at these. This will not grade automatically. I will have to grade these at the end of the week after the due date. I will go through, I will watch them, and I will grade them. All right? So you won't get a score for this right away. It will come a couple days after the due date. All right? So that's how you submit a file to the assignment. Anybody who's here have questions about PowerPoint or anything else? All right, terrific. So that will get you through this week. So just as a quick review before I get off here, week 2 to do, you have several readings, different topics, a quiz for each one, quiz 2, quiz 3, quiz 4. And then in PowerPoint you have 5 trainings to do, some are shorter, some are longer, and then an assignment where you're doing the PowerPoint presentation about yourself. Okay, so feel free to be creative in there, but again, you want to be light on the amount of text that you use, because that's not good. PowerPoint guidelines say not to have a lot of text on your presentation. Most of the text should come, what if the message you're trying to convey should come through your words, not the text on your slide. All right? If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me, text me through Remind if you've signed up for Remind. Otherwise, have a great week. Let me know if I can help you in any way. And I will talk to you guys soon. Last call for any questions? All right, guys, we will stop there. Thank you for attending tonight.